What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys so very much. Yes, over 1,400. We're on the cusp there, right at the end of 1,500. All right, 1,500 now episodes worldwide and over 500,000 streams. Amazing. And none of this would be possible without you guys, so I thank you so very much. And yes, we're still living a bit of a quarantine life. We're still doing the quarantine stuff, but it doesn't mean that you can't catch up on some good television. You can't catch up on some great movies. And my guest for this day, oh my goodness, this is such an accomplished young lady. You've seen her on XMen Apocalypse. You've seen her in the Umbrella Academy and the upcoming project, The War with Grandpa, the wonderfully talented TJ McGibbon. Hey, TJ.
Hey.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing pretty awesome. So, TJ, what part of the country are you holding down right now?
I am based in Hamilton, Ontario, in Canada.
Ooh, all right. Canadian. We love Canadians. Love you guys. Some good talent out of Canada. Loving that. All right, TJ. So when did you discover that you really wanted to act?
Well, my dad's whole side of the family are all artists. We got map painters and musicians down in Texas and other actors. And so I think it kind of runs in my blood. And so really, as soon as I could put together my own sentences, I started asking to be on TV. And I was completely unrelenting with my parents, just pestering them about how much I wanted to be on TV. And then when I was about 3, I started pestering my mom every day to teach me how to read, because I had to read scripts, obviously. And so when I was 5, they finally got me an agent and let me be on TV, and so I've been going ever since.
Awesome sauce. Awesome. So when your parents finally realized, okay, she is not going to let up on this, she is not going to let this go, what kind of training did they seek out for you? Or did you have like a coach?
So I have really been training in dance, and I've been taking vocal lessons, and I've done a ton of theater training with local theater companies. And so that's really been the base of a lot of my training, and I've been doing that since I was really young. And so one of them specifically is like Exam Arts in Theater Aquarius down in Hamilton. I have done a lot of training with them, and then, I mean, my aunt and uncle are actors in Toronto, and so they taught me a lot.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. So you were well versed. All right. So they had the grounds covered with you, girl. Okay. I can see that. All right. So let's jump into XMen Apocalypse. Oh my gosh. One of my favorite. I just love this franchise altogether. So I would imagine at what age did you book this role?
So I was 9
wow.
When I did X-Men, so I was pretty young. But I had seen all of the X-Men movies, and I mean, I have 2 older brothers who absolutely love them. And so I was super excited.
Gotcha. How did you prepare for that role as Magneto's daughter?
So a big part of it was that I had to speak Polish, so I got to work with language trainers and just really had to learn, I mean, how to sound like I was Polish. And so that was a big part. And so I think I did a lot of research about Nina and her story, and I got to talk a lot. I got to spend a lot of time with Micheal Fassbender, and so we really worked together. And he taught me so much that I really carried on in my career.
That's amazing. Well, I will say that it was very convincing, because I did not know that you weren't Polish. It was
Thank you.
So you did a really awesome job in that, because I totally would have. I thought it was a foreigner, so that works. If you can convince your audience that, you're one way or you're a certain character, that works. Amazing. All right, so let's fast forward a little bit. So how did the role in the Umbrella Academy come about?
So it was just one audition for this one, and so I did the audition, and to be honest, I was able to do a ton of research and find out that it was the Umbrella Academy, and then I was reading the comics, and I kind of found out, like, who my character was and what, just really her background story, and so I was really able to take the sides that I was given, and really portray who Vanya is, and so I did one audition, and to be honest, it was months after, and so I thought I didn't get it, and I was like, oh, that sucks, but I mean, it's okay, and then we got a call one night, and it went so fast from there. It was like, we got a call on a Friday night, and by Monday I was in for fittings, and they were doing my costumes, and meeting all the rest of the cast, and putting me in violin lessons, and so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so what was going through your mind as, like you said, everything is going so fast, you're meeting people, there's all these moving pieces and stuff. What's going on in your mind as this is happening?
Well, I don't think it really hit me until they did, after, like, my second fitting, they got us all together, like, all of the older cast and the younger cast and the director and the writer, and they got us all into one room and put each kid with their older, and just, like, let us connect and talk, and I got to have some incredible conversations with Ellen just about our character, and we spent, like, 2 hours talking about, like, how we could connect, how we both portrayed Vanya, and so I think it was then that it really hit me that I was like, oh, I'm doing this. Okay.
Awesome sauce. All right, so let's talk all about the war with Grandpa. What was it like for you to work with Robert De Niro?
He is so obviously incredibly talented. He's such a legend. But he's also really, really kind, like, to everybody on set. And so that was really amazing to be able to see, like, how he treats everybody with such kindness and respect. And I just learned so much from being able to sit and watch him do his thing. And it was amazing. And there were so many different legends. I mean, we had, obviously Robert De Niro, we had Jane Seymour, Christopher Walken, Cheech Marin, and I mean, we also had Laura Morano, who, like, she was the main character in my absolute favorite childhood show. And so that was pretty amazing. And I mean, they're all so talented.
Gotcha. So what can you tell us about this particular movie? Like, what can we expect, and what can we look forward to?
So, The War with Grandpa, it's about this grandfather who has to live in with his daughter because he gets into too much trouble on his own, and he moves into his grandson's room. And his grandson, who's played by Oak Spegley, is a preteen boy who is obviously not very impressed. And so, in all of the preteen glory, they decide to have a prank war and try to scare his grandfather out of his room. And so I play the main character's best friend, and I'm the only girl in the group and kind of the voice of reason. And it's such a fun show. It's such a family show. I think, like, everybody of all ages can really enjoy it. And I mean, it was my first comedy, but it was definitely the first show that I've worked on where we would ruin take after take because the whole cast and crew would just burst out laughing. Which is pretty rare, because, I mean, when you're filming stuff, you do scenes a million times, and eventually, like, it's funny at first, but it kind of gets old by the end of it, after your 36th time saying this one line. But no, every single time we would cut, and everybody would be bursting out laughing, which was a lot of fun.
That sounds like a fun set, TJ. You seem like you're going to be a lot of fun on set to work with. I got to audition to get into some of your movies, girl. I got to work on that.
You're so sweet.
All right, last but certainly not least, what advice can you offer to any young person today that also aspires to be an actor?
That is such a good question. I think something that's so important is train as much as you can in anything that you can find. I mean, try to take dance classes and acting classes for sure. And vocal lessons, they come in handy. Yeah. And something that I think is really important is take an improv class. Because even for film and television, it just comes in handy. is just such a really good skill to have, and
Yes.
something that I personally think is super important is to read really good stories. Because so much of what being an actor is that you are telling stories, and you are telling good stories, and so read good books, and read so many different things, and just all different genres, and just find out as much as you can, because it honestly really helps.
Yes, absolutely it does. TJ, you are amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm one of your biggest fans now. I love you to pieces, girl.
You are so sweet. Thank you.
Love you to pieces. Much more success. I know that you're going to have some more amazing, just phenomenal projects in the works, and I will be right front and center to catch the next project with TJ McGibbon. All right? So let everyone know the best way to stay in contact with you and to follow up on, what's next for you, what you're doing.
So I have an Instagram and a Twitter and a Facebook page that are all under my name. That's just TJ McGibbon. So you can find those. And that's usually the best place to keep up with me.
All right. Sounds like a plan. TJ, much more success, into 2021. We're claiming that to be a way, way better year than this year. 2020's not been nice to us, but for 2021, all right, we're claiming it. Good energy, good vibrations. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face, you tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.